So Dan, I know you say this all the time, that people buy people.
Yeah.
It's not, you can do all the paid ads you want.
Yeah.
You can do all the social posting you want.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, a person is going to buy a person.
Yeah. Well, I really thought like this people by people thing, I thought I was so original. I'm walking around like for years. I'm like, my people by people. We buy people that we like.
Yeah.
We buy people that we trust, and I'm like thinking, man, I'm genius. And then I went to this marketing conference and it was 100 other agency owners. And guess what the number one message was up on stage for 2 days?
Yeah.
People by people. And they're like doing AI like crazy.
And you've now found your people.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, but it was validation that everybody believes in people by people. Yeah. So you have to be real with AI. I call it emotional conversion. That's how I call it. It's like, like when I'm talking to you guys right now, I envision that you're sitting there across from me like a coffee table, and we're having a conversation with you. Although you haven't said anything back to us, it's okay. It feels a little awkward, but we're here. So it's like in our world, like I say, get your kids here with you.
Yeah. Sit
in our studio. Let's get the families in here. Let's talk. Let's talk about this is a family business. I have kids. I have 3 girls, 3 boys, and it's like Grant's a good father. He's trying to get your son to in the sport, like all the stuff that we do. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's comics probably more like Grant loves comics.
Yeah,
but that'll be a different one. But it really is like people by people. It's like if you're going to work with somebody or you're going to hire somebody, you might as well hire somebody that you enjoy working with, or somebody that's just like fun to be with. But that also will amplify. It doesn't matter if you're a roofer, it doesn't matter if you're a lawyer, a plumber, whatever it is you are. If you come in here, we're going to make sure that your people, your customers are going to buy you because they love you, because they trust you, and you are a good person. I mean, this stuff, and then you can blend it a little bit with AI.
Yep.
But don't go like 100%. I mean, we had this one company. They're a global firm. And they decided that they're going to do this whole video on like how they can save the planet with energy conservation. Yeah. And it looked like a cartoon for three-year-olds.
Yeah.
It was like cartoon, and it was just like they had poop cow poop going down on a conveyor belt, and it was like all cartoon. And they asked me my opinion. I'm like, oh my gosh, am I going to get fired if I tell them the truth here or not? And I'm like, because our clients will bait us. They'll be like, let's see what he says, and then we'll see if we fire him if he insults us. But I was like, honestly, guys, this looks like this is for a 3-year-old. It's great. I actually did get the point, like very clearly of what it is we're trying to do. And they were like, that's what we thought. That's what we wanted to hear. And they're like, yeah, we need you to do it over for us. So, but the cool thing about it was, they were able to convey it to us as a lead generation firm, and then we could take that idea very fast and make it professional. So in the case it wasn't lost time on their part, they used AI to sort of just convey the story, and they made a video that talks about their energy conservation process. Sure. And now we're like fast tracked into it. So it wasn't all for naught. But if they would have released that, I think that would have been a problem.
I think it's that whole idea of authenticity. You know, we can use AI and all these different tools to create content. And back in the day, people would just create as much content as they could to get onto a site, and maybe stuff it with keywords and all these types of things. But really, especially with things like the dead internet theory, that authenticity is so important.
The thing is, I'm sure you guys are all wondering, how do you get listed into the AI directories? It's really the only directory that you're going to get listed in an AI is if you are the authentic creator.
Sure.
There's, if you're just out there just generating ideas that aren't yours with AI and you think you're a superhero, the AI already knows that you generated that from somebody else. It used that content to help you. Yeah. But it's not going to list you as an authority. So if you're like, why don't I ever show up in ChatGPT? Because you're not an authority. You're a dead internet theory. You're creating what's called dead internet. I mean, it's basically dead internet. It's like
it's AI feeding AI.
AI feeding AI. Yeah. It's cannibalism for AI. It's like you just basically rehash something that somebody else said that AI did and blah blah blah.
Sure.
But like what we're doing up here is like, this is very original thought. leadership, thought provoking, like we're thinking and we're talking as humans, and then the AI is going to take that. If it feels like we're an authority, it's going to start to rank us as an original source. So let's kind of break that down like a real world example. I'm going to use a roofer. I'm not a roofer, but let's just use a roofer as an example. If we have a roofer up here doing videos and he's talking about like our gutters are created with a continuous linear roll, which is actually a real thing. It's like a aluminum roll that like sort of comes out and it formulates the gutter. That way there's no cracks in the gutter and it doesn't leak all over your house. Well, that's better than like a different company coming out with like gutters that are in pieces and they screw them together and that's leaking. So, but if that person's coming out here and they're like the expert, we got this machine, this is what we do, blah, 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 it's continuous, you're not going to leak, and blah, blah, blah. Well, AI is going to pick that up and it's going to say, well, if anybody ever has a question on gutters, this is where I got the source from. Yeah. And then you get the little reference on the source because that's the copyright person that made that. Think about that. Just think about your strategy there, because that's really the strategy I think you should be going for.
Yeah. So authenticity is the key then.
Authenticity is the key.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, you gotta keep working. For now at least.